Hey there, I just wanted to go through some albums I've been listening to lately. I decided to just stack them up after I played them so I could show them to you. This is Chet Atkins' fingerstyle guitar. I think it's probably the first time I played it. It's one of those things I got and just never listened to. Yeah, good album, instrumental. Chet Atkins. Alright, this is Jefferson Airplane, Crown of Creation, one of my favorite albums. Nice back. Did I show you the back of the Chet Atkins? Let's do that before we move on. Give you the track list. I'm having a hard time with the non-mirror-like nature of the flippy screen. Meaning, when I move one way, it moves the other way. Not like a mirror. Buckingham Nicks. I haven't checked to see how Lindsey Buckingham's doing. I guess he had emergency surgery, heart surgery was it? Recently, like last week, and it damaged his vocal cords. But I was talking to a nurse, and she says the vocal cords can heal. So, anyway, this is Buckingham Nicks with Stevie Nicks, Lindsey Buckingham. I don't know what year it was put out. Does it say? Some of these older ones don't say when they came out on the record itself. You have to look it up. 1973. Alright, well, you can see the next record. It's the B-52s, another one of my favorite albums. This is their title, or their self-titled album. I think, though, it's not their first album. I don't have all that info right here. This one came out in 1979. Alright, next up, Jackson 5's Greatest Hits. This is from Mrs. Random's childhood collection. I did not have any Jackson 5 albums, but I liked them. Neil Diamond Gold, another favorite of mine, live album. My favorite song on this is Thank the Lord for the Nighttime. Brother Love's Travel and Salvation Show is also one of my favorite songs on there. Neil Diamond. The Cure, which it looks like I got at House of Records in the 80s, or it was priced in the 80s, 1988 looks like. The Top, cool album. Mamas and the Papas, I don't think I had listened to this. This was probably the first time I listened to it. It's been in my collection for a while. Mamas and the Papas, California Dreamin'. Here's a great album. This is Blows Against the Empire. Kind of a transition between Jefferson Airplane and Jefferson Starship. It's called Jefferson Starship, but it's Paul Kantner's album, and there's a ton of I think mostly San Francisco area musicians on here. I'm not sure if you can see, but look at this silver. Big list there. Yeah. Blows Against the Empire. Amazing album. One of my first albums, this one and John Denver's Back Home Again were my first albums. This is Carpenter's The Singles, 1969 to 1973. I think it came out in 74. I like it. I like the Carpenters. Karen Carpenter has such a great voice. Tragic Story. Here's Steely Dan. I love Steely Dan. Sorry, haters. Steely Dan rocks. Can't Buy a Thrill. This one has Do It Again on it. Reelin' in the Years. Those are the two I think of as the hits off of that. Steely Dan. Heart. Oh, one of my favorite teenage albums. Dreamboat Annie. I believe that was Heart's first album. They're a Seattle band. I saw them at the Yakima Speedway. Joan Armatrading. Several friends have given me their collections over the years of vinyl, and this is from somebody's collection. I can't remember who. Track record. This one's got Drop the Pilot and I'm Lucky. Are two, and Me Myself, I think, those are my favorite songs on that one. Joan Armatrading. Track record. Oh, it's an awesome album. So glad it's in my collection. Laurie Anderson's Big Science. I think that was her big breakout album, maybe her first album. I'm not sure, but it brought her to my attention, and I've been a fan of hers ever since. Big Science. Here's a fun album, live double funk album, Rufus and Shaka Khan. Big gatefold live shots. Oh, here's a good one. That one, 1983. Walter, now Wendy Carlos, Switched on Bach 2. I've got Switched on Bach 1. I was a big fan. I am a big fan. Or when those first albums first came out or first came into my possession, I was like, yeah, this is great stuff. The synthesizer. Like many people, I was fascinated by synthesizer sounds and often looked for on albums. If it had a synthesizer, I would buy it. If in the list of instruments. This is one of my favorite albums, and it has one of my favorite lead-off songs. This is Robin Trower's. Oh, it's upside down. Aha! Got to look at the viewfinder. Maybe I should look at the record. Robin Trower, Bridge of Sighs. Day of the Eagle is the first song, and I love that intro, that start. The singer is James Duar, and bass player also. Robin Trower played guitar, and Reg Isidore is on the drums. Bridge of Sighs, great album. Kind of heavy blues metal or something. I don't know. It's not quite metal, but it's hard rock. Donovan's Barabajaggle. I love this album. It's got Atlantis. It's got Susan on the West Coast Waiting, Happiness Runs, I Love My Shirt, Super Lungs, My Supergirl, Barabajaggle with the Jeff Beck Group, Trudy, Pamela Joe. It's a great album. And look, check it out. Inside, a real fan club. Donovan's Isle. You can sign up for the fan club right there. Yeah. The fan club was based in Terre Haute, Indiana. Barabajaggle. Okay, you can see there the next one is Synergy, which is Larry Fast, basically, his project. I love this album. It's one of my favorite albums. My friend Kevin, I think he was demoing it when we were in, I don't know, I was a senior in high school and he was visiting home from college. He put this on his nice stereo in his bedroom at his place, and it blew me away. Had to get it. The Sequencer. Synergy's Sequencer album. Larry Fast. Get the track list up here. I have to get better at aiming these at the camera. Classical Gas is on here. Right, and then I just listened to side B of this one. I listened to side A yesterday. This is Al Di Meola in Casino. And I believe he was guitarist of the year for a couple years in a row back there in the 70s. This is 1978. Nice Morticia chair. We used to have one of those. All right, there you go. What I've been listening to on vinyl the last couple weeks. All right, thanks for watching.